We're back with more Minecraft Skyblock here on Cosmic Sky. As you can see, I've saved up a ton of bread and cod that we're going to need to cook down the road here. And we're also going to be using a auto smelting bot with custom recipes in order to make even more money out of this loot in this chest. But before we do that, if you're a part of the 80% of people that have viewed my content within the past month but have not subscribed, consider subscribing with notifications, as I'd very much appreciate it. Anyways, what we're going to go ahead and do is grab out this auto smelting bot, and I guess we can go ahead place it down here. So with auto smelting bots, we can spend 2 fuel on garlic bread, what is using bread, and if we want, we can go into poached cod, which uses 5 fuel, and I want to test these out to see which method is better. The thing we're lacking though is fuel, so what we need to do is go ahead, grab out some wool, and we're gonna make a fuel farm, and by that I mean we're gonna just set up a ton of fuel nodes, and I'll explain how we do that. So we have our little area here for the fuel nodes, but I'm gonna explain how we're gonna set them up and make them. If we go ahead and type /crafting and go into fuel, using oak logs, if we burn these down, we'll get fragments, which we need 9 to make a fuel node, and the respawn time every time you break it will be 30 seconds until it replenishes. So what we can do is go into one of these chests, and I think I have some resource log. So we have some of that, and then we're going to go ahead and purchase a smoker from the shop in the containers section for $1,000, and we'll go ahead and use that. And I guess we can go ahead and get a blast furnace. So we'll place those 2 down, and I do need a crafting table, so let me go ahead and buy one of those. So with some of the resource logs, we're gonna make some wood, and we'll put in the blast furnace. And if we put it, I believe, in here, I'm not too sure if blast will work, but we'll see. I don't think blast furnaces actually work, which is kind of shocking. I thought it would. So we'll go ahead and grab a regular furnace, put it in here, and hope it works. There we go, it's working. So this should hopefully give us the resource fragments, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. So we get 1 per one of these. Unfortunate that the blast furnace doesn't really have a purpose, so I guess we're just gonna throw that away. One thing is the smoker, once we have coal nodes down, what I did forget to mention, I did actually purchase some coal nodes off camera for around 200,000 in total for both of these. And if we get our island level to level 4, what we're really close to getting to, we're not even 20% away, we can place down coal nodes. If we mine 1,000 cobblestone, well, we don't really have any cobblestone nodes, so that'll be a different time for when we start cooking a ton of this, but we'll still test with this, of course. So for now, we're not going to worry about coal nodes. We'll get that in the future, of course, because right now we only have 1 cobblestone node, which is kind of unfortunate. So I got 9 of these. I put them into a crafting table and got a fuel node, so we can go ahead and place this down, and we're going to try and fill as much of this as we can. Also, if we do /challenges, we completed a challenge what gives us cobblestone nodes, and that was just to craft a fuel node, so that's perfect. Purchase 5 stone enchant books from enchanter or an enchant table. Since I'm top rank, I can go ahead and purchase this by just going in here, and we can purchase a selected amount. So we have 5 here, so there we go. That was 500 XP, but it does give us more books, so it was worth it. So we'll go ahead, open these. Nothing too great here, what is kind of unfortunate. The projectile protection though is pretty decent, and then the rest we can just tinker and get some XP back. Add a vanilla enchant using an anvil at spawn. So what that means is we would just have to add an enchant to one of our tools, which we've already done, but I'll probably get that done at another time. Anyways, let's make another fuel node, and we'll let this all just smelt for the time being. Let's go ahead, place this down, and we'll mine our first fuel node, and there we go. We got fuel, and the value per fuel is 3. So what that means is if we want to put 1 in here, and let's say craft poached cod with a cooked cod, we would need 2 of these. And if we wanted to make the garlic bread, we would only need 1 of these. And if we wanted to make, I believe, 3 of these, we would only need 2 of these. It's a pretty simple concept to understand. So with the smoker, we're gonna go ahead and put in some cod. Smokers basically make food get cooked quicker, which is really good, and it uses fuel quicker though, so that's why we need to get coal up and running at some point. But we'll get as much cod as we can get here. We'll get about 4 pieces. That'll be good enough. So we're gonna mine these fuel nodes, and we got 3 here. Put in the fuel, as you can see, and we put in the cod, the cooked cod to be exact. Every 5 seconds it should craft something. If I'm not mistaken, it should work. Okay, so it says right here, it says you need 20, so we just have to get a bit more fuel. So we need about 2 more mines, so we gotta wait for these to regenerate. There we go, 1, 2, and we go ahead, put this in, and it should hopefully work. There it goes. We now have poached cod. It crafted all of it up, and we only have 1 fuel, even though it consumed 1 of them. It still counts the amount until you break the bot. So now we have poached cod, what technically adds up to 400 $400, which is very, very good. So down the road, we'll probably go ahead and make a ton of this. For now, we can't really do that since we don't have enough fuel and we don't have coal to use the smoker a lot, but that is the plan for the future. We got 2 more fuel nodes there, and now we're gonna go ahead and test with the bread. So we're gonna grab out the bread here, put this in, put that in, and hopefully that should be enough. Oh, we're missing 1 more. So I need a minimum 7 inside of there for it to even work, is what I'm understanding, which is not difficult to understand once you figure it out, of course. There we go. We got some garlic bread, 10 of it, sell hand, and we made $550 because each one is 55. So there we go. We have figured out our automation system that we'll be working on. I just have to get a ton of fuel nodes. That is the plan, of course. One thing I forgot to mention off the start of the video is that we need to go ahead and place down a chicken spawner. We haven't even done that, and I was supposed to do that last video. So I'm going to craft some up with all the shards I've gotten from scavenger adventures. And I'm going to also make the other spawners that I can make as of right now. So we got 2 rabbits in total here that we can add. So there we go. We got 3. Then we'll put down some chickens. And there we go. We got 2 chickens and 3 rabbits. And we got a cow spawner for future purposes, which is pretty good. But yes, we have 2 coal nodes we'll eventually start using, which I can't wait to start using eventually. Also, I forgot to put down my trophy thing here. The reason I haven't put that down is because the server did have some errors and islands did get rolled back at some point. So I had to go through things and get things restored on my island. And a lot of other players had to do that as well. That's why we're in a beta currently, because the server is just coming back. So there's going to be a lot of issues. So I'm expecting this to maybe happen again, which is not a problem. But now we can start killing chickens towards getting cows, which I'm not really complaining. That's good. One thing I just realized, I don't even have a stone axe that I can farm this wood with, which is actually kind of annoying because I do need one. I guess I'll go ahead and make some sticks, and I'm just now coming to the conclusion we need resource cobblestone, which we need to collect from here. We need 16 to make 1 cobblestone, so we need about 48 in total to get ourselves to a stone axe. So we'll do that pretty quick as well. In the meantime, while we do this, we'll go ahead and go to enchanter, get some tool enchants. We got unbreaking 2, what we need. Give me efficiency 4. Okay, we didn't get efficiency 4, unfortunate. I'll keep efficiency 3 for now, and then we'll tinker it if we get better. There we go, we got it. Okay, so we have the books. I don't know if we have enough XP to apply them though. That is also an issue. Okay, so we're pretty close to getting done mining for these stone scraps. Okay, so we need 1 more session of this and we should be good. Okay, there we go. We have enough. Let's make 3 of those, make ourselves an axe. Now let's do slash anvil, which I believe is one of our challenges to apply this. So there we go. Perfect. And another one. So now we have efficiency 4 on breaking 2 on our axe. Eventually we'll get fortune on it, what I believe applies to the log nodes. So we'll probably need it. Let's give it a test run. Yeah, it's super quick. So now we can make oak logs that are resource type with all of this, and then we can put it in the furnace. Pretty simple concept if I do say so. And the last thing we're going to do is farm our crops really quick. So what I'm going to do is come back once I'm about to place down coal nodes and whatnot and see if there's anything else I want to progress on. So I'll give you guys an update here in a moment. So a lot of things have been done off camera since I last recorded, and I want to give an update on what I've done. First of all, I've made a second layer of my farms, even though they're not fully filled with crops. We still have this prepared. Next up, I'm also trying to buy the carrot recipe for next video. So we need to get 9 pages, but I'll probably get off camera or something like that. But right now we have 2. I built a whole new cobblestone generator with using stairs that are waterlogged, and then put the lava on top with water flowing so I can get resource fragments for making cobblestone nodes, which leads us to making all of our fuel nodes, all of our log nodes, and all of our cobblestone nodes. So we have that all situated. We did hit island level 4, which we're also about to hit island level 5. What also means we'll hit cows pretty soon. We just need island level 5. I got the requirements for all the chickens being slain. As well, we have a decent bit of spawners, 10 chickens, 8 rabbits, which is pretty good. And one thing I want to pre-set up really quickly here is we're gonna set up the coal node section. So we're gonna go here and make it a 2x2 area. And the reason we're setting it up is because we have unlocked coal nodes. If we go into mining, you can see that we have coal nodes unlocked. I've mined 1,000 of cobblestone nodes. So we can go ahead and place down 4, which I've gotten more off camera as well, which will be useful in a moment here. I also got a new pickaxe created and I put replenish 4 on it. So now we have replenish 4 for these coal nodes specifically. I also did get an island upgrade, science level 3, so we could go ahead and start placing hoppers if we need them. Even though they're super expensive, this was like 25,000 just for one hopper, just to make this a little bit more convenient. But I got this all ready for fuel to show you guys some certain recipes. As well, I did add some more enchants to my sword. It's pretty much almost a semi-maxed out sword. But if we go ahead and mine all this coal, we've got 4 coal, and we're gonna go ahead, put that into the smoker. And I think we're gonna start with the poached cod. So we're gonna go ahead, put in the cod, and that's why I have the fuel prepared. I mined a lot of fuel just so that I could have it prepared for this specifically. One thing I also did actually get, what is worth $500,000 at least, is a player skill token. So these are obtained in adventures or scavenger adventures, and what they do is they basically give you certain perks and skills. You go from 1 to 5, and I think the first one I want to invest in is PvE tier 1, and then work my way to tier 4 on island, and then work my way to the rest on PvE, and then the last one on island. I'm not even gonna bother with the PvP section because I'm not bothering with PvP in general. So in total, we'll have to gather 10 of these over the course of time, but we'll go ahead and use our first player skill token. Okay, so let's try and unlock this. There we go. I don't know if you need this in order, but I'm gonna do it in order anyways, just because that's how it used to be in the past, almost 5 years ago. So now if we go ahead and put the cod, the cooked cod actually in here, we should get poached cod. Poached cod, there we go. So that's about right there, $1,000. Oh my gosh. And I'm noticing it's using about 17 fuel per action. But for the amount of fish you're gonna catch over time and essentially just cook up, it makes a lot of sense, I guess. So what I'm gonna do is buy 3 more smokers, and we're gonna go ahead and replace the furnace and move the island trophy points up and around. So there we go, that's all organized. But we'll put down 3 more smokers, grab out some of this, and we'll go ahead, grab out 3 stacks of cod, go ahead, put in the respected amount of coal. We'll get a bit more here as well, and we'll put in the cod and let it smelt up. So over time, this will lead up to about 32 coal nodes that we need to obtain, which I think is possible. It's just gonna take a lot of time to get them, of course. When I run out of cod, I'll probably start doing the twice baked potatoes, but right now it just seems very unlikely. We got one last cell we'll do, and then we should be good from there. We made about 27,000 there, which is not bad. I'll give it that. Next video, we'll unlock cows and probably get the carrot recipe going. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.